Hi, I'm Derek Mountfield and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. It is me, Baz, here for the aftermatch reaction from Everton 2, Bournemouth 1. Just got back from Goodison Park now. We've won a game. Yes. We've actually won a Premier League game at Goodison Park. Who would have thought it? Listen, to be honest, there's not really that much to say apart from probably 90 minutes. Well, it is 90 minutes I'm never getting back. It was really poor. To be honest, the game I thought was crap. It's everyone. It just feels like it's really, really flat now. I think everybody just wants the season done and dusted. Now that the FA Cup's gone and we can't really do anything in the league. I think everybody just wants it over and done with. The players certainly look like they want it over and done with. Onto the team, Roberto Martinez made some changes to the team, brought Tim Howard back in goal, played left Bezic at right back, brought in young Matthew Pennington, brought in Omar Niasse, despite saying a week ago that he probably wouldn't play again this season. He wasn't going to be fit, or it seemed unlikely he would play this season. He came in for a start up front, so something's not really ringing true with what the manager's saying. So it was a bit of a different team. I was personally disappointed that Kieran Dowell didn't get a start, or certainly Callum Connolly, who I thought done really well the other week, only to have disappeared. Just a missed opportunity to give some other kids a go. But anyway, the game started. Everton started quite slowly, but scored a really, really good goal. A good little move. Ross Barkley felt should have shot, delayed shooting, turned it back, it went wide, it came back and cleverly, a lovely first touch and hit across the keeper with a second touch. It was a really good finish into that far corner past Borichin. It kind of lifted everybody a little bit, didn't it? And you're hoping then that they get it down and they go on and they play some good football and win the game. But it just didn't really materialise, did it? We conceded the game, which is never a surprise now, unfortunately. I thought Matthew Pennington should have done better. He's asking for a foul. I was above the incident in the Bullens Road side. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought the lad eased him out of it. I think he's got to really get tighter. He's got to go through the lad, to be honest with you. Not through the back of him, but he's got to be strong. Gets eased out, they break. The ball gets cut back and then there's some shenanigans going on in the box. Why they've got players over. Someone gets a block in, it breaks to a lad who I thought was offside, but I don't know. I've not seen it again. I've only seen it live at this moment. And he puts it under Tim Howard, who maybe could have done better, but I don't know. It was a point-blank shot. So Howard got something on it. It just spun over the line to equalise for Bournemouth. So disappointing goal to concede, really. And then I thought they took over. I thought they were excellent in the first half. 2 up front, which is fantastic. Overran us in midfield, despite having 2 strikers. They had a 4 at the back when they needed it. They went to a 3 at the back and pushed on. They were just much the better side. We had little flashes. Omar Niasse had a back heel off a corner which just dropped wide. Other than that, I thought we left him totally isolated, which is what, the normal Everton way with the strikers. Formation's crap. It's rubbish for me. We can't play it. We don't know how to play it. We have a centre forward on his own. We don't have anyone near him. I mean, it's rubbish. It's been rubbish all season. But we go in half time 1-1. Not the most entertaining game, of course, in the world. Get in at the break, all square, and you're wondering, what's he going to do at half time? How can he pick this up? Are we going to make some positive changes and try to go after it? But he put Tony Hibbert on, and you're just thinking, what a waste of a substitution. You're thinking he could have put maybe McCarthy right back or, Cleverly right back. But saying that, Tony Hibbert he played really, really well. Possibly could have even been man of the match in that second half. He put some important blocks in it. He done really well. You just think, why didn't you start him? And then he brought on Romelu Lukaku for Omar Nias, who I'd have just left on. I'd have just left him and put him up and give Rom a partner, and it was a nothing game, you know. But again, there's nothing. You see, I don't really want to just moan about Martinez. I've said my piece on Roberto Martinez. It's done. It's done no matter what happens. The board, I don't know whether they listen to anybody or, you know, whatever, or they make their own decision in their own time, but just do something a bit different. Just give us, the season means nothing, it's done. Just change something, please. Just play two up front. Just give us something that we can look at that's different than the crap we've looked at for 2 years. But he didn't. He went like for like, took him off, put Rom on. Rom done nothing really when he came on. But he had the only thing really going to have a go with the manager for here is he had Kieran Dowell stripped from the 61st minute. Now when Everton scored the second goal, well, Dowell was ready to come on. Ross Barkley done ever so well, great feet, played the ball in, Lennon gave him it back, lovely feet, sorry, Lennon didn't give him it back, McCarthy gave him it, great feet, strength and awareness, played it wide to Aaron Lennon, to great ball, Lennon done ever so well, cut it back, it went across, and then came Leighton Baines and he swept it into the roof of the net with a great finish to put us 2-1 up. It was a lovely goal. It was great to see Leighton Baines in the penalty area getting on the end of something. Really, really refreshing to see him there. Smashed it home. Good, really, really good Everton goal. You know, and that was fantastic to see. And then Kieran Dowell stripped and ready to come on. Obviously, we scored. And this is something Martinez does sometimes. I remember having Delafeu stripped for the Chelsea Cup game and he just didn't get on. So Dowell was ready, running up and down the touchline. I know what managers always do it. They'll score and your substitution changes your thinking a little bit. But this was a game that it didn't really need to change his thinking because it was a nothing game. It was literally a nothing game. And if Baines had blazed that over, Dowell would have come on. So even if he just let it settle for 5, I'd have gone fair enough, you know, he's saying it. But he didn't, he just left it. And the game was flatter. And Bournemouth had a few chances to score. Fizzed a couple of shots wide. Ben Afobe misses an open goal. There's a header, 3 yards out, heads it over. Hibbert gets a couple of fantastic blocks in the penalty area. You know, and he brings Kieran Dowell on with 4 minutes to play. And you just think, why? Why didn't you just be brave? Have the balls after like 70 minutes even to go, right, Ross, come on Sunday, it hasn't been your day. Or Cleverly, who I thought was dreadful, to be honest. He took his goal really well. I thought he was dreadful. Every pass was backwards and for me, he was terrible. So was Ross, to be fair, but you know, Ross did have a hand in the second goal. And I put Dowell on and just let him have a run, let him get used to it. You know, this is a kid who's been getting rave reviews for weeks and who we've all wanted to see. His hat-trick on Monday was incredible. You want to see him, let's see. You know, 4 games to go, doesn't matter, put him on, let's see what happens. And got 4 minutes at the end. And that's the thing that I'll take away, the frustration with Martinez, because even in a game when it doesn't mean a thing, basic stuff he doesn't know how to do. You know, and this, listen, the other thing, this, when they get a corner and he steps back to the bench and the other clown stands up, Jones, like he knows what he's on about. And then they just reverse again when the corner's cleared. Pack that right in, it's pathetic. Absolutely, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Get that sorted. Anyway, we hung on. We won 3-1. We hung on. It's good that we've won a game. You know, it's only our 5th home win in a year. You know, I mean, I don't really know what to say. It's just the same old, isn't it? It's been a horrible 10 days since that Merseyside derby, and then losing the semi-final last week at Wembley at the death was horrible. This week, hoping the club had actually put the head above the parapet and show some balls and do the right thing, and they haven't done. And then, you know, hats off to everybody in the Gladys Street who stayed and protested today. At least you've done something, you know, that you believe in. Shame on the club for blasting out the music to drown out any chanting. I think that's incredibly immature and embarrassing from my football club. You don't have to agree with it. You might think, who are these protesting? But to put the music on the PA system louder than you ever play it and to just leave it constantly playing to drown out people's protest is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Let people have they pay their money, let them express their opinion. Don't be North Korea, that Everton, everything's insular, don't let anything get out, don't let us, how dare you criticise us. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. It doesn't matter if you agree with the protest or you don't, but people have got freedom of speech in this country, and if our fans who paid a lot of money want to vent their frustration, let them. Grow some balls, if you had showed that balls in the first place and started having some barometers that were high, that were up here, trying to win things and trying to make us successful, people wouldn't be protesting because you'd have acted responsibly. But you don't. You just want to do everything. You say, everything's easy. You just want to do this and don't tell anybody, don't communicate. And this is what you're going to get. Anyway, there's 2 or 3 plus points from today. John Stones, I thought, looked a lot better. Please don't groan when he just leathers the ball away down the pitch. That's what we want him to do, as a defender, not a show pony. So please don't groan when he does that. Please get off Ross Barkley's back if he's playing poorly. Where I was sat in the Bullens, people were just on his back from 10 minutes in, and James McCarthy runs around and slides in and doesn't get the ball, and it's, well in, James, lad. If that's the Everton you want, I know I'd rather pay me money to watch. Matthew Pennington thought done really well. Thought he done okay. He's just, at fault for the goal, for the build up to the goal. He's got to be a bit stronger now, but he's learning the games. Premier League start. Thought he done really well. Really command them, coming through, players to win headers. Excellent from him. Tony Hibbert was brilliant, to be fair, in what he done. And it was good to see Kieran Dowell, of course, getting a little cameo. We should have had at least half an hour, but hopefully he can be more involved as we go forward. Anyway, me and Ped will be back for the final word. I don't know how long that will last because I don't really what there is to say. But yeah, anyway, I'll be in the studio with Ped on Monday recording the final word. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give us a subscribe. Thank you very much for everybody who subscribed so far. Thank you for everybody who watches. We went over 1 million views this week, which is incredible, really. Thanks for all the support. Keep watching Toffee TV, and I'll see you next time.